Oh, that's a loaded term, toxic masculinity. These days, that can mean everything from being systematically patriarchal, men are in charge of everything from the home to the church to government to society to business and so forth. It could also mean physical abuse, verbal abuse, spouses toward their wives. And and yet, I think what is ironic about it is what I'm seeing more and more of is less and less masculinity in general among young men. I've just become a keen observer of young men. As late as yesterday, I was in a store and I watched a young man, just his actions, his manner of speaking, his voice. There wasn't any, seemed to me, an ounce of toxic masculinity and not an awful lot of masculinity, period. And I keep seeing this lack of male, I don't know what you call it, male verve or something. Young boys don't have that much anymore. They don't want to work. They don't feel responsible. They're not achievers. They've been beaten down to say, being masculine is not a good thing. In colleges, more and more women are going to college. Fewer and fewer young men are going to colleges. I don't quite know what's going on, what's causing it, but it just seems like young men are not young men anymore. And so there's not going to be a lot of toxic masculinity going around for much longer. Unless it may be the toxic part could be in a reaction to those who say you shouldn't be this way, shouldn't be that way, and maybe it comes out. I don't know. Someday maybe it'll come out as in some toxic form as a rebellion to not being the men they ought to be. I don't know much about this phrase, other than the fact that it's probably used in a way that is self-serving to various political causes, having nothing to do with factual reality.